Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod in the Republic of Amalfi. So when we left off last time, the Doge is defending in a war. He's being attacked by this Duke in the HRE who's trying to take a county. And the Duke has just taken a bad river crossing into mountains battle against the Doge with about twice his numbers, but we're going to reinforce and hopefully get there in time to swing this in our favor, the Doge's favor. Which it seems like we probably did. Let's just see. Okay, somebody died of poor health. And my kinswoman needs educating. Sure. We've got 2 choke points. In your dream, you see a tall figure with a golden mask approach, coming closer and closer and closer, and then you are suddenly awakened by your servant. Wake up, we're here, are you okay? Wake up, stand up, there you go, you were dreaming. Okay, so you can either gain piety or lose prestige. This is a little closer than I would have liked, but we are winning, so that is good, and it got us up to 81%. So I think I will, I think I'll follow. Though I don't think the Doge gets war score if I win a battle on my own. He's following as well, so that's fine. Okay, captured a baron and a bishop. Looks like we've wiped out his army, so now the Doge should be able to take back this county. I guess we'll help him. Such a wonderful bouquet, the complex blend of flavor spreads over my tongue just as the warmth spreads in my belly. These monks certainly know how to make a fine wine. So 20% chance I can be a drunkard, which I don't want. Guess I'd much rather get temperate. But I didn't. Am I in charge of the siege? Can I assault? We'll let him rot, I suppose. Okay, we've got the war score back up to 96%. Hopefully the Doge can handle it from here. I really want to disband these mercenaries. Well, actually, I'm making money now. Guess I've let enough of them die that it doesn't cost me that much to support them anymore. Maybe I'll just hold on to them then, just in case the Doge actually needs our help, though it should start getting ticking war score now that he controls the war goal, and this war should not last much longer. Though if he wants to go and fight that army to speed things along, I guess that's fine. I'll just go help, I suppose. Shouldn't have a problem. There you go. I'm going to disband my armies. Brings our income back up to a much healthier 22 gold per month. He's still in this war against the Despot of Ragusa, which I'm not sure what it is in aid of, but shouldn't really affect us too much. A month ago you bought some baklava from a travelling baklava merchant. Today you wish to share some of it with a visiting dignitary, but to your horror you realize the baklava has spoiled. Unfortunately, it's too late. The dignitary eats a few of the delicacies and begins puking for a while afterwards. So I lose prestige. Don't know if you would really expect baklava to be fresh after a month. Seems silly. No, the Holy Roman Empire is involved in this? Yeah. Not Holy Roman Empire, excuse me, the Eastern Roman Empire. Do we still have these prisoners, actually? Maybe ransom some of them. Earl of Moray. Not sure we are interested in doing that. Guess we got to keep these prisoners after the war because we weren't actually technically a participant in the war. Okay. I'm reinforcing the troops. And Marshall died. Got a pretty good Marshall there, though. Let's have him train troops. Most of our troops are in our family holding, which I believe is up here in Gaeta. So that's where we'll put him. I think we'll just spend a while saving up money now. Oh, something just happened there. Did the Roman Empire just gain this land somehow? I think that's what happened. I suppose we could look at trying to gain more land from down here. I assume we're actually able to fabricate claims here, which I think we weren't before. Yeah. We can also fabricate claims down here. This trade post, is this... I think we looked before, this isn't one of mine. Can't actually build more trade posts, I assume. Yeah, I suppose we'll set our Chancellor to fabricating in Taranto. I suppose on this county. Though the other one is actually better. Peddlers selling all sorts of food, clothing, exotic spices, and luxuries, such as glass and jewels, fill the town square with their wares and shouts. So we can maybe gain shy, which I don't really want. Let's try and get kind. Oh. Well, that's no good. I'll actually reduce my domain size. And greatly increase the chances of me dying in the very near future. We get health from Midas Touch, do we? No, we don't. Just fertility. No health from Novice Fighter either. Well, I'll probably just keep the extra title. This is my grandson. He's not of my dynasty, so I don't really care about him. Just keep this, we're pretty likely to die soon, and be ashamed to get rid of it. It's not costing us much. Where does it say here? Costing us 19% of our domain income. So it doesn't affect our trade income at all. Oh, and I have been elected the new Doge, or Protarchon. Okay. Well, that's good, just in time for us to die. Our heir is pretty low down on the order of election here. Well, he's third place. I wonder if we can have either of these two murdered and maybe buy the election. So that's going to cost quite a lot. Yeah, I think we're going to have to murder both of them to actually get it. Let's start trying to do that, I suppose. Only 65 for him. So we'll start with the higher ranked guy. Well, looks like we're actually not going to be able to do that. Which is unfortunate. We're gonna get the Republic again just in time to die and lose it, which is not great, but that's fine. Still keep the extra county. What is actually owned by me now? So I have my counties here, and in Gaeta, I think I got the county of Amalfi when I was elected, so my domain limit went up by 1 because I'm a duke, and my holdings went up by 1, I think. Is what happened there. But I'll still keep the extra one. How far are we from being able to form the Kingdom of Sicily? We only need 50% and we already control 40%, so we're not actually that far off. A couple more counties. Unfortunately, a lot of them, probably more than a couple. We can get 2 more from Taranto over here, but for the rest of them we're going to have to take them off either of the Roman empires or the Sultan of Africa. Is Malta de jure part of Sicily? It is, okay. So that's part of the Sultanate down here too. My nephew claims he would be a better court chaplain. My nephew and my heir, okay. He's not a very good character, 0 diplomacy. Do I want him to be my heir? Maybe my nephew would be a better heir, even though he's a pretty terrible character himself. He's younger, which is maybe a point in his favor. He has less prestige, which means he'll be harder to get elected. I'll make him my court chaplain. I'm not going to change my heir, though. I'll keep this guy, even though he's pretty terrible. Righteous imprisonment on the patrician of Rufo. I don't know. Do I want to do that? I could also create the Duchy of Salerno. I think I want to imprison him or create another duchy title. Just yet. My wife is pregnant. And we're making 24 gold a month now, which is pretty healthy. Also have a claim over there. Press a claim. Probably not a good idea, though. We might be interested in going to war against the Sultan, who is actually incapable now. Of course, he's allied to the Sultan of Al-Andalus again, which is pretty bad. Though, if he was to die, who's his heir? This guy. Well, we'll have to see what happens, I suppose. Excuse me. We'll try and make her diligent. We didn't. We could probably think about building some upgrades in our family holding. Kinsman is now of legal age. Not an amazing character really, though maybe better than our current heir. I don't know. What would be good to build here? More light cavalry, more galleys. More prestige and diplomacy is probably good. Yeah, let's get the prestige and diplomacy. And if we were building something else, we might want to upgrade the city of Neapolis. If we built the guild hall, it would increase our tax income. Or upgraded the guild hall to a toll booth. Okay, let's do that. More tax is always welcome. The steward wants to hire ruffians to bully the peasants who are not paying their taxes, so can gain gold for revolt risk, or we can tell him not to. Well, I don't really care about 41 gold, that's like 2 months income less. I think... Do I have my steward up here in Gaeta right now? Or... No, this is my steward. I think it might be better to have him in Gaeta. I think that's going to be more taxes now. I think it was less when I put him there. Oh, unless my family house is now in the Republic capital, which it might be. It is, okay. So that's definitely a better place. And I had a son. A quick son. So what do we think are the chances that I will live long enough for him to come of age so he can be our next heir? Pretty low, I would imagine. But we can maybe set him up for the next heir after that. Let's see. Any good traits? Powerful voice would be better than nothing, I suppose. Or attractive. That seems good. We now have a war. Apparently. I don't remember this war getting started. But we are now involved in an embargo war, I guess. So that's nice. Let's raise our troops, I suppose. Kind of wish I didn't just spend a bunch of money upgrading some holdings. Let's get this army disbanded, otherwise it's going to die. Okay. So he sieged our trade post, not surprisingly. He's called someone else in. So who have we got now? We've got Venice and Al-Andalus and Africa. All in this war, which is pretty bad. What happens if we were to lose this war? Embargo and raise one trade post. I'd lose 100 prestige for a white peace. And I'd gain 500 gold for winning. Alright, well... Okay, I got rid of the robber bands in Amalfi, so that's good. Let's get this army down here while they haven't collected a lot of troops and see if we can wipe some of them out. Assume he's going to be shipping troops over. Venetian army down here. Okay, won a battle. So he's sieging this county, I assume, and we know that we can go in through here without any penalties. Oh, he's landed troops in my home territory there, which is bad. One part of being charitable is to harbour the homeless. Several villages have been destroyed in a storm, and the peasants need somewhere to live. I'll just lose 10 piety, I suppose. Not a big deal. And we're actually out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching, and join me next time to see how this battle goes. I suspect totally fine, and also how the war goes, which I am less optimistic about.